So we're talking about the newcomer here, Minnesota Golden Gophers, 6-0. Coach P.J. Fleck has them ranked in the top 20 for the first time in forever. Wish they were playing a little stouter competition, but they're playing the 1-5 Rutgers Scarlet Knights. This one doesn't look to be competitive. A lot of these games we're mentioning right off the bat are not supposed to be competitive. We just want, like I said, give a shout out to some of these teams that are making it into the top 25, having exceptional years. Minnesota has beaten Nebraska, Illinois, Purdue, and Fresno. So they are, well, Fresno was a tough one for them, the double overtime, but Minnesota's averaging 35 points a game. Rutgers is averaging 11. That right there pretty much sums it up. Points allowed per game, Minnesota's only giving up 23.8. Rutgers is giving up 36 points a game. Total yards, Minnesota's averaging 416 yards, and Rutgers is averaging 266. Yards allowed, Minnesota's giving up 311, and Rutgers is giving 450 yards. So Rutgers is a heavy underdog here, but the quarterback for Rutgers, Siskowski, he's on the year. He's only got 429 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. While Morgan for Minnesota, 1,378 yards, 14 TDs, only 3 interceptions. That's pretty good. And the running back Smith, 118 carries, 675 yards, 4 TDs. And then Bateman, 24 receptions, 533 yards, 4 TDs. There's nothing really compelling about this except the fact that Minnesota's ranked for the first time in forever. Any other numbers that stand out to you, Michael?
Well, the total turnovers for Minnesota is 0.9 versus Rutgers is 1.2 turnovers.
So Minnesota protects the ball.
Good. Penalties. Yeah. Minnesota's averaging 5 penalties for about 38.4. Rutgers 4.7 penalties for an average of about 38 yards a game. Now Rutgers earlier fired their head coach, so they're under an interim basis with their head coach. So I mean, it's gonna be a cakewalk for Minnesota.
Both teams seem to be pretty disciplined. You don't see a lot of penalties there. Not a lot of turnovers per se. So
no, I mean, I'm looking at average time of possession. Minnesota almost 31 minutes a game. Rutgers about 30 minutes a game. Minnesota's averaging about 23.6 first downs. Rutgers 22.4. So. And the first down via penalty, 0.9 for Minnesota and 1.0 for Rutgers. So
who are you going with in this one?
Minnesota.
Okay.
I mean, it's a kind of a no-brainer, but you never know what these teams that have had a bad record, you never know what they're going to be like the next game.
Yeah, but the team being ranked in the top 20 the first time in forever, this is going to be. This is going to be a good one for them, and congratulations to them for their undefeated season so far, being 6-0. And next game we're going to talk about, let's jump to the Big 12. Let's talk about one I think is going to be a pretty high-scoring game. Let's talk about the Baylor Bears playing the Oklahoma State Cowboys.